Citiesense is a map-based knowledge management platform for neighborhood organizations and real estate professionals. It's enabling city data to be analyzed at the neighborhood scale. So we think that's important right now because the world wants to live in walkable, mixed-use neighborhoods. The real estate industry is clamoring for opportunities to invest in places like this. And our customers right now are these organizations that create these places and improve them. It's a big job, but they know everything there is to know about these neighborhoods. They're out there every day understanding the local real estate market, the people in the neighborhood, and the news on the street. It's a labor of love, okay? And it takes decades sometimes. Bryant Park, for instance. You guys all know Bryant Park, really active public space these days. But back in the 80s, Bryant Park was a little bit scary, and the neighborhoods, or the properties rather in the neighborhood, and the businesses were suffering because of this neglect. So they did something about it. They created a neighborhood organization to manage Bryant Park, to add private funding to the park, and as a result, the businesses, the property owners, business is booming, everyone's happy, Bryant Park's doing great. So this takes a lot of work, though. Let's imagine that for a minute. Imagine it's your job to know everything there is to know about your neighborhood. You've been put in charge of improving this place. You need to know things like, where are the most active storefronts? Where are the most active corners? And what times of the day are they the most active? Where are the street lights out so they can be fixed quickly and not result in public safety concerns? Where's development activity changing the real estate market in this place? Where are local businesses in need of some assistance so you can offer that assistance and keep them going? And where are local businesses closed and there's available space for rent for new businesses to open up? You get the idea. There's a lot of information here when you're talking about this type of process. This is what we mean by local knowledge, neighborhood knowledge. These groups are always looking for ways to make this chaotic job of managing neighborhoods simpler. So we developed a neighborhood knowledge platform. It's map-based. It aggregates data from quite a few sources, public sources, private sources, pulls it all together in a way for them to instantly go to this platform, create their neighborhood, create other areas that relate to their neighborhood, and bring it all into one place for managing it going forward. This is solving a big issue for the economic development cycle in cities all over the place. I'm going to let it run for just a minute since I'm talking fast. But this is also available right now as a software as a service platform. You guys can all go to this right now, sign up for free, define a neighborhood just like this is doing here, define your neighborhood, define a different neighborhood, and you'll be subscribed to receive updates via email whenever someone files a building permit in that area. It'll give you some idea of the activity in the city right now and how if you blink you can miss it sometimes. And that's what these guys are dealing with. So this local knowledge, it's important for the real estate industry to understand this stuff. Long Island City, for instance, one of our earliest customers, they're managing an enormous amount of information about this western part of Queens. There's more development happening in Long Island City right now than anywhere else in the country. What does this look like for the real estate industry? Well, there are more hotel rooms in construction and in the pipeline right now than there are on the market in downtown San Francisco. So that's what we're talking about when we say this local knowledge, it drives development, it drives the real estate industry in the right direction. Right now, we're working with some of the most innovative neighborhoods in New York City. We believe in them, they believe in us, and we believe in the value that they're creating for the city development process. Our team is well-rounded. Myself with a background in city planning, GIS technology. Carl has a background in real estate development and investment, and Volkan is a great engineer. He worked for Code for America as a brigade captain. Those guys really understand open data and the value it provides. And we believe this is a crucial time to be thinking about data in cities. Jane Jacobs once talked about cities created by everybody. This quote is central to why we started doing this. Building a great city, a city with something for everyone, depends on knowing how people are interacting with their cities, their neighborhoods. And the customers we're working with right now are the best example of how this local knowledge, this type of knowledge, is driving real estate in cities, the development process in cities, in the right direction. We think it's going to play a critical role in the future of cities going forward. Thank you.